think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it, cause you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world now, the planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need the chains. They gave us tiny screens, we think we free cause we can't see the cage. They knew that race war would be the game they need to play for people to begin. They used the media to feed
the Whiskey Rebellion.
We are back.
We are back. We are formerly known as Conservative Parents with Liberal Kids, which is just one half of the show because my co-host doesn't have liberal kids. But we are all about love, and respect is more important than politics, and Whiskey Rebellion is about keeping the conservative movement alive. And as part of our show, as tradition would have it, we are going to introduce ourselves to the show after the taste test.
Oh,
is that what we're doing?
We're going to go right to the taste test.
Thanks for the memo.
Okay.
Glad you let me know.
All right.
Thanks for letting me know.
We know.
Because I got your name up here waiting for you to say
Oh, no. You're right.
You got
You're
your
right.
business card.
No.
No, go ahead. No.
No.
You control this.
No,
You're
you
the
can...
guy behind the board. I'll just sit here. I'll do what you want.
You're right. I am controlling the show, you fucker. All right, so.
Wow, he drops the F-bomb.
You heard that? And we're like
it's
not
a
even
podcast.
2 minutes into the show.
I can get away with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. All right, so it's part of our show, and we will do the introductions right after the tasting because we are the Whiskey Rebellion.
No.
You're starting it now?
You're supposed to say your name. Hi. What's your name?
Hi.
There you go.
No, I was going to...
Just can we... This is okay.
We can go back to the... All right. I am Richard Myers.
There you go.
Of the Myers Firm, PA.
That's right. You damn right you are.
My law practice is devoted to victims of employment discrimination and those who need an attorney to fight for custody of their children in a very difficult divorce, which usually includes something difficult like mental illness on one side of the equation. My practice is on the web at www.myersfirm.com, and Myers is spelled MEYERS.com.
Is that like the baloney?
No, that would be MAYER.
Oh.
I only heard that through my entire childhood, you
life,
motherfucker.
Two
and
F-bombs.
my
there we go.
You can find me on Facebook, the Myers Firm PA. You can even schedule appointments through there. Jason, go ahead.
Why, thank you. Jason Ricardo of the Ricardo and Waslick PL Law Firm. I can't do it. With
there
these
you go.
Too much of a feedback?
The feedback is crushing me. Anyway,
Ow.
oh my God, I can't do it. Okay, so we are we've been in practice for 25 years respectively, but as a firm 15, where we protect your money and your reputation from debt collection and foreclosure. You can reach us at ricardolaw.com, and you can email me at jason@ricardolaw.com.
Fabulous, Jason.
And we are here.
I just want to let the record reflect that my firm is better than his firm.
Wow. Shots fired.
Okay.
All right, so in tradition, in our
card.
new tradition, right? In our new tradition, with the Whiskey Rebellion Tampa version, we are going to taste one or more new whiskeys.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason, as part of the tasting, you need to establish why Whiskey Rebellion has historical significance.
Thank you for your instruction. I appreciate it. So the Whiskey Rebellion is from. Oh my God, the feedback is terrible. I'm sorry, this is
It's called reverb.
reverb, feedback,
All right.
whatever. I can't hear myself speak. Anyway,
No, you're the
Whiskey
expert.
Rebellion.
You can hear yourself.
You're the expert. You should be preventing this
That's
problem.
what's bothering you.
I don't mind hearing myself. It's the delay factor
Yeah, the
that's
delay.
just killing me. Anyway, so
It's going to be this way the whole show.
What do you mean?
can we go with that?
The reverb.
It's loud.
Oh, you want me to turn it down?
Yeah, maybe that's the cause of the problem.
There's no problem.
No problem, right?
You guys are not used to it. That's why.
Okay.
You guys are
All right.
pups.
Well, that sounds
Better,
a little
right? Are
Yes.
you guys good
yeah,
now?
thank you, man.
All right, that's
Appreciate
cool.
it.
So anyway, Whiskey Rebellion.
Let's start all over.
Let's start the
Yeah,
show.
we'll start
all over.
from scratch. No, so the Whiskey Rebellion is from the late 1700s during the first term of George Washington's first presidential term, where the Whiskey Rebellion, or Whiskey Rebels, I should say, from western Pennsylvania, they were pushing back against the taxing power of the federal government. Keep in mind, remember, before that, the federal government did not tax the people. They didn't have the power to. After the Constitution was passed and the new government was in place, there were still people who pushed back and wanted a Confederate country where the states were stronger than the federal government. The federal government, during this Whiskey Rebellion, which crushed the Whiskey Rebellion, proved that the federal government was stronger than the states themselves. Anyway, the Whiskey Rebellion is because we thought would be a really interesting time, and considering the pressures and conflict between our people right now, that would be very telling. Plus, we like to drink whiskey, so
Yeah. Plus, I think if everybody drank whiskey, we wouldn't have like a lot of problems in our country.
oh, right. And
Actually,
Yeah, right.
If
Yeah,
we-
right.
no.
more whiskey,
No,
more whiskey
No, I
would
mean,
have solved.
in
would
moderation.
saved
Everything in moderation, Serge.
If everybody
Serge, I
smoked-
know you don't know the word moderation, by the way,
Yeah, I love it.
but
So
I
this
love the
week-
word moderation.
So circling back, the first
It's like
week.
a vacation with models, right? That's what that is.
modulation.
It's oh,
That's modulation, man.
my fault.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
First week we did a little Gentleman Jack, which was very good. Second week we did Jim Beam, Devil's Cut, which was delightful. Last week we had a very spicy. I forgot the name of it. Anyway, it was a bourbon, and it was a mostly
Come on,
weeded
you're gonna
bourbon.
remember this. You're gonna remember.
I will later. And this week we're doing something a little different because my co-hosts do not really like straight whiskey.
Right.
So we did a little Jim Beam apple this week. Let's see what
Yes.
it looks like. There we go.
Which I'm gonna guess is similar to the Crown apple. Similar.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't drink Crown. Crown's Canadian.
All right.
So
But I have a challenge for you, Jason. Since you started off introducing this one
yeah,
by saying what the 3 alcohols or 3 whiskeys we tried earlier
yes,
on our 100th episode,
yes,
are you going to go through the previous 99?
sure. We'll sing it
That's
like
quite a
99.
challenge.
We'll sing it like 99 bottles of beer on the wall.
All right, so here we go.
Crack
Are you
it
ready?
open,
Are you ready, Serge?
Just so we all know it's a fresh bottle.
There you go.
That's a
Ah.
that's a twist cap. When your bourbon comes
Hang
out
on,
of a, when your
twist-
bourbon comes out of a twist
We're high
cap,
class
you
here.
know it is high class. Smells good. Smells like something my kids would drink. It smells like apple juice.
Wow.
My kids, my littles,
Well,
they
let
love.
me pass
they
this-
love, they love
Let me
applesauce.
Let me pass this
They
on to
love
Serge.
applesauce. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's
Don't let me
right.
serve him. Okay, sure. And this is going to be sweet. I don't think you have to do the 2-sip test this week. I think this is just going to be straight.
Just take it one shot.
yes, and just so the audience understands.
What?
So what we normally,
Because it's an apple thing.
must you always interrupt me? So
Yes.
when
I
typically
must.
drink, when typically
Absolutely.
tasting, typically when you're tasting hard alcohol, the best thing to do is to take a initial sip, let it shock your system, and then take a second sip, a little bit larger, not a shot sip, a nice, good, hefty sip, and then you can rate it based upon that. This is probably a little sweet. In fact, I can smell it.
But why doesn't this get exactly the same treatment as other whiskeys then?
Great question. Mainly because it doesn't have the same alcohol content. This is 32.5 alcohol, 65 proof. Most bourbons and
80.
whiskeys are 80 plus.
Right, okay,
So
right.
it's not as strong. Your
Okay.
body can handle this.
It does smell good, though.
Yeah, it does smell.
The
This smells.
smell.
Now, can I do a shout out to Star Shear at this moment?
Absolutely.
Because she used to bring a Crown apple and drink 3/4 of it before we had a taste.
Basic.
Star, basically. Star, if you're listening.
Let's go. Taste your
Okay,
taste
ready?
your drink. Let's go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. You
right,
drank
sure.
yours already?
All right, had a little.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I like that one. There's no
burn.
Oh, it's so
At
much
all.
better.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Like
actually
a
really good.
sweet- Yeah,
Oh, that's really good.
I can dig it.
Oh, that's really good.
This is a.
I know
9.
it's not the real like
Yeah,
because it's flavored. I get it, but this is my style.
This
that's
is
why
shit.
the whiskey people.
This
are making
is
fun
this
of
is
us
shit
right now.
right here. I can't
So
even
this is how they
appeal.
appeal to the
They're like,
masses.
no, how dare you
Right.
say that?
Let's stop it. I hope that's fake. Are you giving a fake?
No, I would drink it. I just said it's not.
No, you wouldn't choose to
No.
drink it.
Next week I'm bringing.
If you were served it, you drink it.
Next week I'm bringing Southern Comfort. We'll do that.
Okay. No objections to any liquor, really.
Branding. You guys
I hope none of my clients are watching. Actually,
They're not. Anyway, you like that? So, good bottle. Very reasonably priced, by the way.
all right. So we got a surprise, though.
So, hold on. Let me finish my apple.
Okay.
I'll finish it while we're talking. So,
Yeah.
while we were doing our pre-show, we were talking, and Rich was just so proud of himself. He's like, "I found."
No, I didn't
No,
find it.
I'm telling the story.
Fuck you.
Jesus,
What did he
he
find?
continues to interrupt
Now I
me.
gotta know. Now I gotta
No,
know.
He
no,
says
he's
to
gonna-
me,
he's gonna slant it. I
he
know
goes,
it already.
What?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Let the show unfold naturally.
Yes, organically.
Organically. So we're having our pre-show. He's like, I have the biggest surprise for you. Someone gifted me this excellent bottle of scotch that I've been holding on for a very special purpose, and I'm bringing it today.
You're such a.
And I'm bringing it today because let's try it. I said, well, I already bought the Jim Beam apple. He's like, oh, bring the Jim Beam apple. We're definitely going to do that. He goes, I said, maybe we'll just do like a special. So he gives it to me, and it's a really cool bottle. My wife's going
is
to
a
love
cool
it.
bottle.
My wife's going to love this bottle because it's got a triangle shape, and it's cylinder shape. Anyway. So as
It's
we
prismatic.
left from our pre-show location to drive here, and as I'm getting out of the car, he's like, "Well, did you Google it? Did you know how much it is?" I'm like, "I can't text and drive," but I did Google it as
That's
we
very
were.
responsible of you.
Let
I am
the
very-
record reflect.
Let the record reflect the
He
response.
would never look it up on Google while driving.
That is a true statement. But anyway, I did Google it while you went to the restroom when we got here, and I realized what. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't
It's so
understand.
much-
I don't understand what's
You're
going
so
on.
much fun.
It's
Jason.
Grant's. It's Grant's
Grant's.
triple wood. And I looked at it. I'm like, this is shit. I know this is shit. This is a $13 bottle of scotch.
Okay.
God.
So someone pawned it on me.
Yeah,
Basically, right?
someone did not give this to you. You completely lied to me when you said you got a special
do I drink
bottle.
whiskey? Would I
You
buy
said
it?
you were saving this for a long time.
No, I said it's been in my freezer for a long time.
Oh, I thought
There's a
That doesn't mean you're
difference.
saving it.
There's a difference. I'm like, oh, I'm waiting for a special occasion.
No,
what
let's
other
not-
things are in your freezer that you don't want that you're going to give me later?
Do you remember our whole episode on what my ex-wife used to keep in the freezer?
Oh,
we
what
had
was
the
that?
anniversary chicken.
Yeah,
Do you remember that? That goes
the wedding
back in
cake-
time.
The wedding cake.
All right, we all had. I mean, I had a wedding cake in the freezer too.
No, I had a bar mitzvah cake. Is what I remember. For like 13 years, we hunted it. Crazy.
Okay, so
All right.
quick story about freezer cake.
freezer cake.
So on on my wife and I's first anniversary back in 1999, we
Your first or second wife? I'm kidding you.
I've had 9 wives. Jeez, I cannot believe you just said that. My one and only. I cannot believe you did that.
What true
the
love.
Mama Chula.
I don't have one wife. Anyway, so we opened up. We had our wedding cake in the freezer. The top tier. We pull it out a couple of days before our anniversary to put it in the refrigerator, and we didn't look at it. We didn't open it. We didn't do anything.
Right.
We opened it up on the morning of our anniversary, and all the flowers were left on the cake from our anniversary
Yeah.
and completely decomposed
Ooh,
into
the cake.
the cake. The dead flowers were over a year old. Dum-dums, whoever saved the cake, didn't think to remove the fresh flowers. There weren't supposed to be fresh flowers on our cake to begin with, but that was what.
So what do you do? I'm sure you went through the extrication
No,
process.
this is
You
really
mean you
interesting.
didn't
No.
just cut around?
So
Right.
I don't remember what we did exactly. I think we may have like nibbled on the side just the frosting, but we tossed it. And then a couple years later, my wife was at Alessi's. We got our cake at Alessi's Bakery here in town, and my wife was there to get a birthday cake for one of our kids. And she happened to mention in passing, "Oh, I really wish you had this particular buttercream and with the almond flavoring was our wedding cake, but we didn't get it because somebody ruined it and we weren't able to." Do you know that when she went back to pick up the birthday cake, they gave her another top tier from our wedding cake.
Wow.
Well, that's Alessi's.
That was Alessi's.
You know, Alessi's, man.
So
they're
sweet.
historic.
Shout out to
yes,
Alessi's.
Yes.
So awesome. And the food is great.
Well,
and then,
that's how they
of
stay
course,
around
we
for
were
so
able
long
to,
and being the number one bakery. Yeah, that's amazing.
And I probably screwed that story up, so if my wife is listening, I'm sure she'll call in and tell me how I got that wrong. But speaking of things, how many years was this in the freezer before you brought it to me?
I can't represent. I have no idea.
So this, let me slam this apple so I can fill it up with this.
Let's. You know what we ought to do? In for the safety of all concerned.
It kind of, you know what it tastes like? This tastes like apple-flavored NyQuil to me.
Nah, don't demean
Yeah,
it.
apple-flavored NyQuil. That's where I'm going with that.
Okay. Well, how often do you do NyQuil?
I love NyQuil. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. That's why I like. That's
So
why
I think what we ought to do, for the
Yeah.
protection of all concerned,
Uh-huh.
and I mean this deeply,
We are opening it right now,
deeply
so don't even try to.
as someone trying
Oh,
to
no.
make sure everyone stays healthy tonight.
No, we are drinking this right
I want
Nope.
Jim Beam Apple to be the chaser to Grant's.
now. Okay, first of all, we're going to taste this.
No,
Ooh.
we can't just
Did you
taste
see
it
how open it
because if it's so bad, we need a chaser. That's
Oh,
my
you can
point.
have a chaser. You want another cup?
I
Is
want
that
everyone to be participating in the chasing.
What are you going to chase?
what- Oh my god!
I want to have the apple. The apple was good, right?
You want to chase?
I want to chase. If this
that.
sucks, with the apple.
How old are you that you can't wait like 30 seconds to pour a chaser?
I can do that. I'm just saying I want the chaser to be there.
You can have it pre-opened for you.
Yes,
So you can,
that's all.
do you want me to?
I'm not.
Do you have a straw, Serge? He might
I
need
think
one.
so. We might have straws.
Do you have intravenous? Because
They're right over by the tampon.
Because if you can,
They're a
if
quarter
you can
apiece.
inject me with
Okay.
the whiskey,
You
it might
are-
be a better way than ingesting
I've got 'em.
the grants at the moment.
Ay. The Grants is going to be pretty shitty. I'm just going to say.
We're not giving it a very good
Suck
chance.
that down. So that's all gone.
Thank you.
Don't improve the Grants. I'm only pouring half a shot.
Don't
on this one.
improve like a micro ounce of
I'm
grains.
pouring a half a shot because I just feel
You feel like this is
feel
going to
like
be hurting.
I'm
This is
feeling-
going to hurt us.
I'm feeling like we are.
It's going to hurt us.
Yeah, I'm feeling.
It's going to hurt us, Serge.
You mean I got to do this too?
Yeah, you got to do it too.
I can already feel it.
Give him a whole shot though.
Give me a whole shot.
No, he's got to run the board.
Yeah.
It's already
You
screwing
saw
it
how
up.
well I've been doing.
All right,
smell
let's
it.
go. Now, this one you're going to want to do the double.
Yeah,
kick.
this one is definitely.
no.
That's not good.
This is terrible.
To the nostril.
It's gotta be
That's
like the-
awful.
Not at all.
How drunk do you have to be to want to drink this?
Cheers to the person who gave me grants.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Wait,
So wait, this is the free.
now, they're in the business of selling alcohol, by the way.
Those people that brought this?
No.
Oh.
grants. No grants. It's like, okay, we're so putting it down, like, how would anyone consume this? But it's obviously in business.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, all right. Here we go.
This is going to be interesting.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
To my friends. Here's to the ER.
Not as hot as I
It's
thought.
smooth. It's smoother, but
It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. It's actually not bad at all. It's not bad.
No, but
Admit
it's
it.
got a
It's
really-
not. It's not
It's really not.
sophisticated. It's not a robust palate or anything like that. But it's not like ooh.
It would be better if it was cold.
Yes.
Now this says served chilled, but this should say served like
Served
with
to the
nitrous.
dead.
Serve if you have nothing left. Absolutely.
Served if
Psych,
you're
we love you,
suicidal,
Grants.
right?
Well, this is distilled, matured, and blended in Scotland. I don't know, maybe in some Scottish
way-
sheep's ass. I don't
All right,
know, but
Jason,
it's
admit it. It's a lot better than you thought it would be.
I'm
Admit
going to
it.
admit it is smoother than I expected it to be. I
Yes.
will not admit that it is good.
No,
It is
it's not
beyond
a
disgusting.
sophisticated palate drink, but it wasn't as harsh as you thought it would be.
True, not harsh.
Okay,
true
so
enough,
a
not
full
harsh.
recommendation to
It is 80 proof, so it's not bad. It's
No.
40% alcohol.
no, put it up to the camera and say,
Oh, yes,
look,
I'm
it's
sorry, this is
surprisingly better than we thought.
The most exciting
true.
part of this is look,
I agree.
everybody, look at the very cool shape of the bottle. It's a triangle. Oh, that's awful.
No,
Okay, not awful.
no, don't. Yeah, look, it surprised you as not
It's
being
surprisingly
awful. It's
smooth.
not great, but it surprised you as not being awful. Let's
I'll
be
tell you
fair.
one thing. It's better than the earlier stuff that we tried.
Oh,
First couple
oh,
episodes.
oh, that's words of war. All right.
No,
Because
no,
I
it's
know
pain.
I know him.
It's pain.
I know-
you shouldn't
I
hurt
know-
your friends
I
like
know
that.
my
And
co-host.
I've been.
I
Because
didn't
he
mean
was
to.
all about like, from the grains of the wood
Oh, shit.
barrel.
It's the devil's
flavor. Yes, you know him.
It was good. I like it that it doesn't burn my throat.
I don't know. I at one time considered you my friend. That was about 30 seconds ago.
That is so
now going
hilarious.
forward, it's going to be conservative friends with conservative enemies. That's what it is. Conservative friends with conservative enemies.
Oh my god, the look on your face was so classic to me.
Anyway, my
All right,
story.
so
I
the
stand by my
bottom line
story.
is
By the way,
Jason is a more sophisticated whiskey drinker than I am, and that's not debatable. So I can say, "Oh, you're snobbish,"
I am
in a very
nice,
complimentary,
Yes.
loving way.
I'm a whiskey snob,
Right.
and I'm not even that much
Right.
of a snob. I
That's
don't
all I
even
was
know that
playing
much.
fun of. It's like
You're not hurting my feelings.
Okay.
I've
Not for
endured
long.
worse. I've endured worse.
right. Hey, by the way, you know what I heard on the radio today? The word paisanos today.
No, you did not.
Today is National Pizza Day.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Right?
It is National
So I
Pizza
heard
Day.
someone call into a radio show saying paisanos. We should need to fill in our crowd about paisanos a little bit.
P.
I
It's A.
No, no,
P-A-I,
no.
Paisanos.
no. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
P-A-I-S-A-N-O-S-U.
I don't know.
All right. So back in the
It
day,
sounds like it would.
back in the day when Jason and I were like teenagers.
We were young.
No, when we
young-
first met, we were associates at a firm where we'll remain unnamed
Yeah.
because it would be protect them. Okay. That's how we met. We were like, you joined the firm maybe a month or two before I did,
about that.
and we talked a little
I
bit
had
about
free
this when
reign.
you first joined the show.
Yeah.
Where are we going with this, Jason? Help me.
You want to talk? Okay, so we used to go to lunch because it was our getaway. Or
Yes. Oh,
the
paisanos.
sneak away.
Yes, a second.
Jesus.
Okay.
Remember
All
the
right.
burger across the street, though? Our place.
Yes.
That was a good burger.
Yes.
That's gone now. It's
Oh.
not there anymore.
Well, they had all that construction.
Yeah, they knocked it all down.
Yeah.
I
That
can
was
go
a
for
good
a
burger.
burger right now.
That was the best cheeseburger
Joe's
you.
Diner. We should do your Ohio fries later.
I had it like 2 days ago.
So you're full with your own fries now?
Yeah. You got to let some time
All right.
go.
2 segues then. Ohio fries. Shout out. You have developed a great new dish at the local diner, at Joe's Diner. Describe Ohio Radio fries.
Ohio fries are chicken, steak on top with teriyaki sauce with peppers and onions, some bacon on top of home fries.
And some Grants, just for good measure.
No.
No.
No,
No
okay.
whiskey.
No whiskey.
That's not whiskey.
You
That's
could.
scotch. But anyway.
Oh, Scotch. Anyway.
It's fantastic.
But I've had it a handful of times with you.
Yep.
I missed one episode where we had Mandy Hanley doing.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
Handstands.
Handstands. I missed all that.
That was all pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID.
You can't get away with that
I
now.
know, right,
Not in the COVID world.
right. Man, those were great days.
Okay, back to your segues.
Okay, sorry. Oh, you're still here, Jason?
I'm still wondering. I'm waiting to rate these
We're
two.
waiting on Paisano.
We were gonna- yeah.
Oh, Paisanos. Thank
Gee
you
whiz
for
already.
twice bringing me back.
So it wasn't just Rich and I though. It was you and I,
Yeah, we
but
had
we
like
also
3
had
or
a
4
couple other
associates
friends,
came on.
Keith,
Right.
Andy,
and Alan.
oh, and Alan would always go with us. That's right. Alan was probably one of our chief sidekicks. It was
Right.
me, you, and Alan,
Right.
and then Keith, and then a couple of times
Andy was occasionally. but,
Andy would come, and then
the dear departed Andy.
I know that's a shame too.
Okay,
Yeah.
but anyway,
Anyway,
we didn't make it somber.
But
I don't wanna make it
Paisanos,
somber.
but Paisanos was a pizza buffet place, kind of like Cece's. And we would go there. We were young guys. We were all fairly young and married, and we ate like pigs.
Because it would
We were
be
terrible.
like $3 for all you can eat shit. At
I
lunch,
believe
right?
it.
Right. Okay. All right. So
Sounds fantastic.
So the funny thing is that we had an intranet, like a instant messenger system.
Yeah.
At the firm. So at like 11 o'clock, 11:30, like before lunchtime, I would suddenly get an instant message from Jason, and it was P. I go, what the P? A.
I. You're not very Italian. S.
P-A-I-S-A-N-O.
P-A-I-S-A-N-O.
I know.
Paisano. Jeez.
Whatever. We don't have
I would
the
drop
same
it letter.
spelling
I would
for it.
drop a letter at a
But
time.
he would spell out every few seconds the next letter in Paisanos, just to whet my appetite
Yeah,
for the.
it's brilliant.
Right.
It was fun because we had nothing to do. We were
Got
bored.
nothing to do other than billable hours at the old slave
yeah.
firm.
That's true. So, segueing back to the Alpha whiskey we just tasted. All right, so we're gonna do a rating.
I actually,
Okay, so we're gonna go.
as to the Jim Beam,
Okay, we're gonna do 2.
the Jim Beam apple I like better than the Crown apple. The
Glad
what the fuck? You just went limp on me. Let the record reflect his mic just dropped out of his stand and
even
kind of
touch it.
just all right. All right, so there's the Crown apple
Yep.
Yes.
and the Jim Beam apple. To me, from my memory, because I haven't had Crown apple in a while, I like the Jim Beam apple better.
It's a lot smoother.
It's a little smoother.
Interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
because Canadian usually is a smoother drink, but a smoother whiskey than Jim Beam. But
Okay.
maybe there's enough sugar or something in that makes it
Well, it's
sweeter.
a matter of personal taste anyway.
It-
Okay.
All subjective.
All right.
Mhm.
So, we also were tasting Grant's blended Scotch whiskey, which we
Red Label.
anticipated to be pedestrian.
Yes.
Okay.
How kind of you.
Economy.
How kind of you.
Which exceeded expectations, but is not in any way respect a top
So
notch.
we're using a number system, 1 through 10.
Okay.
Jim Beam and the Grants.
Personal 1 to 10. Not
Yes.
Not right. It's object. It's
It's
subjective.
subjective. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't
I
apologize
give if
for
I was to have a whiskey. That's the big
okay. Yeah,
first
yeah.
step. If I was to have a whiskey, Jim Beam would be about an 8
Wow.
for me.
Okay.
The apple.
Jim Beam apple.
I would be
8.
high in the scale of what I would like to drink as a whiskey.
So if you saw it on the bar, and you had a choice between that and some other things, you'd be like, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, because You
enjoy
because
it.
that to
Good.
me goes down very well.
It's very smooth. I agree.
Okay.
And the Grants.
And the Grants on the same scale, it's very difficult.
Same exact scale. It's subjective. Put your stamp
right.
on it.
Because it's weird because I had this expectation of being very low when I started, and it
Yes.
exceeded it. But on its individual, in its own scale, it's still probably a 5.5.
Okay. 5.5. 5.5 and an 8.
Yes.
Very well. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go. I like 8. I'll go with 8 for the Jim Beam. I'm going to go 7.6.
Yeah, it wasn't
Because it was better than the other ones.
But that's what I'm
that I
trying to adjust for
Yeah.
the expectation level being
The
exceeded.
other ones were too harsh for me. I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't like to be punched in the
Yeah,
chest
I don't. Yeah, I'm with
when
that.
I have a drink.
All right, so you, Jason?
Okay. So the Jim Beam apple I found to be sweet and unpalatable, and I'm going to give it a 5.2.
Sweet and unpalatable.
Yes.
He's like, this is not what whiskey's
I
supposed
call
to
that
taste.
shit.
Yeah,
And this Grants,
it's funny, right?
this Grants,
Wait, can I adjust my scale now? Just because he thinks it's shit, I'm going to say it's a 9.5.
there you go. You're
Goes
so
even better.
yeah. All right. Okay, Mr. Subjective. Okay. And this Grants is beyond shit. This is might be the worst thing I've put in my mouth in a very long time.
Whoa.
Besides my fingernails. 1.2.
We are so unsophisticated.
Yeah, we are. We're not. We're
No.
Did
That's
I
why they
mention
sell
the
this.
whiskey snob? That's the co-host. Did I mention that yet?
I am not a snob, but I just don't like it.
No, you know.
There's
No,
a
you know
flavor-
your whiskeys.
No, not that good. I really don't. No. There is a flavor in this Grants that I find almost
Repugnant.
offensive.
You were
Yeah,
1.2.
Like I could throw up.
Like, how dare you?
Like
Make
1.2.
whiskey
Think about
this
that.
way.
Think about it. You know what? I shit in that bottle. And you'd still give it a 1.5 after I shit in it. How bad is that bottle? Oh my god!
That's
Hey,
terrible.
listen,
Yeah,
you
no,
gave
I
it a
didn't-
7.6. I give it a 5.5.
We got to start giving this the score for the smell.
All right, here we go.
Because I remember when I first smelled it, I was like, "Ooh, this is a tan."
You
A
like
10.
it?
Well, not that. The gym. The gym.
Oh, the Jim
Okay.
Beam. Yeah, okay, yeah.
And this was what?
This is
That was
The
seven,
Grants was what?
7-ish. But the
I
smell,
don't have an offensive to
wasn't.
this.
The smell?
Okay,
I would
I've
go with
had
like a
more
5.
offensive. The bottles he brought up before, they don't taste bad. I liked when I can say, oh, they're smoky or the whatever. I get it. But this, as a smell, doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, it bothered me. I didn't like
This bothers
it.
you?
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't.
This
a fan.
bothers you.
But the taste wasn't
I'm
as
gonna
bad
keep
as the
smelling
I
it.
smell.
wouldn't. I wouldn't give that to my dog.
There you go.
I don't have a dog.
You don't have a dog.
I have
Nobody
guinea
likes
pigs,
it.
though. I wouldn't give them to my guinea pigs. Okay, one thing I thought about this, Jim Beam. You might think I'm a complete wacko. So when I smell the apple, you know what it smells like to me? It doesn't smell like when you cut open an apple and smell the apple.
No.
It smells like the apple before you cut it. That makes sense?
Yes, but I want to talk about like my other flavored whiskeys.
Sure.
That's the common theme of all flavored whiskeys. It doesn't taste exactly like the flavor it says it is.
Okay.
It's mixed with the whiskiness.
Well, I have
of it.
found the cinnamon ones to be more dead on when it comes to cinnamon,
That may be true.
which I think is why it's
because
popular.
cinnamon's hard to hide as a flavor, I think.
Who's
personally.
hiding? I love cinnamon.
You could never.
No, I'm
have-
not saying like I think cinnamon is more pungent than an apple flavor.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. So
Okay.
when you have cinnamon in a drink, it comes through much more strongly than it would be an apple.
Yeah. Okay.
Let the record reflect
I was wondering if there was like some ingredients
that our producer is taking a potty break.
Let him go.
All right, so we have a topic for Serge when he comes back,
Sure.
which is what are moral faux pas at a Super Bowl party?
Oh wow, yeah, this is a great question.
And
there aren't
if
many.
anyone is listening in, we want at least one caller.
Well,
We'll set
we
the
have
bar
no one,
very low.
We have no one here to answer the phone.
One caller to chime in about the morality of what happened at a Super Bowl party that I was at. And that I was guilty of, actually. I did it. I'm the guilty party. But my co-host didn't think it was much of a faux pas, actually.
I didn't think it was a faux pas at all. I maintain
Like no faux pas.
no, not at all. Not
Like a
not
zero.
No, like a 0, like a 1.2
And
on
I
a scale of
would
1,000.
have thought it was like a 9.
Yeah, no. I
But
don't-
that's the beauty of this conversation, really.
all right. Well, let's.
What is the general public's view?
So you've just told everybody what I think before we even told them what the issue is. So let's go for it.
No, that's good.
All right, let's go for it.
But I want the
Oh, we're waiting
I
on
want
Serge.
Serge to kind of chime in.
So you
'cause
started this story
he
intentionally?
adds flavor. No,
Oh, okay. All
he's
right.
back.
He is back. Good.
Oh, ye of small bladder. All right, so I'm going to portray an event, and I want you to tell me whether you think something wrong happened. It's like one of those moral dilemma questions. Okay. So I have a longtime friend that invited me to a lawn party, if you will, for the Super Bowl. We're going to do a projection screen, and it was beautiful. And part of the requirement of attending the party, if you will, was, hey, bring your own booze, bring a side dish.
BYOB.
Right?
Boom.
Typical party, right?
Potluck.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So,
Super spreader. Go ahead.
so I bring this bottle
And it's
of Grant's.
Spoiler alert: nobody drank it.
Well, I brought it here
I
today.
bring this bottle of Grant's and a bottle of Fireball.
You did not bring that bottle, did you?
Oh.
I
really?
bought- no, this is the story. Yes.
You didn't tell me that
opened it.
earlier.
No, I know
This is
that.
new?
That's a
I
leftover
brought-
from a party
I
that
brought.
nobody wanted.
Pay attention.
Oh
It's
my
important.
God.
He did not tell me that earlier. Total
Okay.
setup. Go ahead.
All right. So I brought this bottle of Grant's and a bottle of Fireball. Now, when we appear at the party, there is a table of all the food that everybody's bringing, along with the bottles that everybody brought. You know, like a buffet style kind of thing. And there was a cooler of an ice chest, if you will, where we put the Grants in. So it wasn't on the table. Grants went in the ice cooler. My Fireball went on the table where all the other alcohols were.
So you,
So that's the setting.
So the Grants didn't even make it to the
Grants
booze
did not
table.
make. No, I wasn't putting it on the table.
It went into the kitty. It went to the kitty
I don't
table.
even know.
It went to the kitty table.
It was even an enclosed ice chest. Like no one even knew it was there. Unless they were getting ice. Okay, so that's where it was. Now, we're at the Super Bowl, entertaining ourselves, and the person who I was with knows the story I'm telling. And at halftime, it's time for us to leave.
Time for some Grants.
No, it's time for us to leave. Okay. And for whatever reasons we don't need to disclose, we're going to leave. And there's, 20 to 25 people there. And at the moment I decide to leave, I tell the person I was with, hey, if no one's even, because it was apparent no one even went into the ice chest for this. I said, if no one's grabbed it, just take it. I have no intent to drink it, but it's like, why let it waste completely? Because we're now drinking it on the show, by the way. So.
Because it would have wasted completely.
Right, no,
Just by itself,
right. I wanted to give it some
cooler.
hope. I wanted
Nobody
some
would
hope.
have discovered it.
I wanted some hope for it, but I did mention it. And then what I think is the faux pas. I think the faux pas part of it is on the way as we're leaving. I grab my Fireball from the table.
Yeah.
That has the alcohol on it.
The starters.
And now, Fireball isn't a unpopular alcohol.
No, not
so
at
people
all.
are going to it.
Of course.
So I'm leaving at halftime. So I grab the bottle, and she grabs, my guest grabs the Grants, and we're leaving. And we're
So
like,
now
bye, everybody.
This isn't at your house.
No, it's at my friend's house.
So you took both bottles
Yes.
that you brought
So
to
this is
a
where we're going
party.
to get to the dilemma, right?
Yeah.
So I leave, and I'm thinking, okay, but I'm buzzing, and it's like a Super Bowl party. I've had like 5 shots,
Understandable.
and other intoxicants, and I'm leaving, and driving home. And when I get home, I realized, I can't believe I did what I just did. Like I took the bottle I brought for everybody else. Now, if I left after it was like an hour after the fourth quarter, like the show's over, and like no one else is drinking, and like I'm going to take my shit home. Okay, no one else is drinking it. But I left in the middle of the party with what I brought.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Okay, all right. So when I got home, I'm like, oh, shit, did I actually do that? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
you did.
I hope no one noticed. Like,
No, they noticed. They noticed. Good luck
Okay,
getting to
so
sleep.
you're surprised by this reaction, right?
Yeah, I'm
okay.
like-
Because I discussed this with Jason before
Are
the
you
show.
telling everybody my viewpoint, or are you going to let me have
I
a
think
comment?
I'll let you chime in a minute.
But you're not. You're telling
I'm
my story.
gonna let you chime in. Relax, buddy.
Okay, so my
Gotta
opinion,
tell the story first.
If you go to the party
You've already told your story.
and the bottle, if they crack the bottle, it stays.
It's theirs. It's the party's.
It's the party's bottle.
It's the party's
It
bottle.
don't matter if it's one shot.
That's what I've always done for 30. I told Jason before
and
the
you
show.
ended up taking the Fireball, but you brought the Grants too.
Yes.
You should have left the Grants,
I know, right?
and then it would have been better. But you left with 2 bottles. You might as well went in there with no bottles and took bottles on the way out.
Do you see how much of a faux pas I thought it was when I
Yeah,
realized what I
it's
was
huge.
doing?
Because you're both insane.
Huge.
You're both
Okay.
wrong.
Okay.
It's like
So
crazy.
here-
What are you
You
talking
brought
We want
a-
people to call in, by the way.
It's
But go ahead,
somebody
Jason.
else's house.
They brought.
Yeah.
It's your bottle. It was a
Yeah,
BYOB.
It becomes the party's
No,
bottle.
it was
It's
a
the
BYOB.
party's bottle.
No, Now, if they said, "Hey, you're bringing the chicken wings," and you bring the chicken wings, and you leave and bring the chicken wings with you, yeah, that's pretty much crap.
Same thing as a
But
bottle.
it's a,
Same,
no,
it's
it's not. It's
food,
a BYOB.
alcohol, what's the
no,
difference?
BYOB, totally different. Because there was other. No. It's your
Because
bottle.
I used to be like that.
No, it's your bottle. There's other things to drink. You're leaving. You take your bottle with you.
But it's also a present for the person who's hosting
Yes,
the
you're
party.
hosting the party.
Because
No.
are you staying to help clean up?
No. Hold on. Whoa. Oh, look, I throw parties all the time. First of all, BYOB means you bring a bottle, and and if you share it while you're there, that's fine. But then when you leave and you pick up your bottle and you leave, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not offended.
I
I'm
never
not
once
offended.
thought of it that way
Listen,
ever.
this isn't a 3 a.m. after hours spot in the hood.
No.
That's not how this works.
You and I, we will continue. I don't.
You and I are on the same team
You know
here,
what I'm saying?
man.
This is the club after the strip club. That's where you do that at. This is a party. They're inviting you into their home.
Yeah.
Yes.
You, it's a guess because you know you're gonna.
No,
you're
I
kinda
realized
gonna
I
make
made a
mess.
mistake, and
I don't
this
think
happens
you
to be
made a
a very
mistake.
close friend, so I can get away with
I
it.
wish we could
It's
talk to
okay.
your friend. Can we talk to your friend and
Yeah.
ask them?
We should call him.
I'm going to call her.
So how do you
Yes.
feel about
No,
Richard?
I already cleared it with her because the next morning I called her and I said I took the
You
fucking
would do
booze.
that, Richard.
No, you know me.
Call her.
I
want
called
her
her
on the
like,
phone.
she's like,
Let's
I
go.
didn't even
Let's have
know
this
this. I made it
conversation.
an issue
Come on,
that
come on.
she didn't even know, right? She had no
Yeah.
clue.
Because they
She
don't.
probably
But I
didn't,
felt
and she
guilty
probably
about
didn't
it.
have any care either. Let's go.
Actually, why don't I just read the
no,
text?
we don't need the text. I want to talk to her. This is
Okay,
a
go ahead. Go
call-in
ahead.
show. Call her.
I'll call her.
That's what I said. Call her. Let's talk to her.
That's hilarious.
Let's find out.
I understand
Let's
both
find
sides.
out.
Who is it that you went to?
Her name is Brenda Ayala,
Mm-hmm.
and she's about to be on the phone.
Oh, that's
Is she your partner?
No, yeah, a different person.
Hey, honey. How are you?
Hey, all right. So we're on the radio show. We're debating me taking the alcohol from your party.
Yeah.
All right. So is it a faux pas to appear at a party bringing alcohol and then taking the alcohol back with you at halfway through the party?
Yeah, it is.
Told you.
A good example is Rachel Zapata came to Ray's memorial. She didn't even drink anything and left the alcohol that she brought. It's just what you bring to share for your party. It's kind of like your contribution for the host, spending all the money and putting everything together.
Exactly.
So, yes, you always leave your alcohol.
Okay. So
I know you don't, but most people
No. That's not the point of my
I knew
question.
it. You are a cheap
You've
ass.
known me
Total cheap
you know
ass.
me for 13 years, Brenda, and I've never done that before. I was
She knows
invited to
you.
your Super Bowl
She knows you.
party,
She knows
and
exactly what
on the
you
way
are.
out, I grabbed my bottle, and I told you the
Right.
next morning, "Oh shit, I fucked up." And you said, "No problem, baby." Right?
Oh, I didn't know that that's what you meant. I thought maybe you did something else wrong. I was like, sure, okay. But yeah, generally.
No,
people
I
do
did something
leave the
even
liquor.
far worse. Right?
Yeah, I was thinking way worse than that. Good God, that's a low bar, really.
My bad, man. Okay.
That's okay. I'm gonna let you live. You have to bring two next time as a man.
Okay, so now the funny thing is we're doing the radio show, and
Yeah.
prior to the radio show, I was telling Jason this is what happened at your party, and when I realized what I did, because on the way out I'm like, I'm just grabbing my shit, and I forgot,
Right.
oh shit, I was at a party, right? So I grabbed my shit, and then realized by the time I got home, oh my god, what did I do? I've never done this before, and I'm telling Jason, my co-host, the story, and Jason says that's nothing wrong with that.
I don't.
If you, he still think, all right, Jason.
Okay, all right, here's my thought. If you go to somebody's home and you bring it voluntarily and it is like a gift, like a bottle of wine, like here, thank you for inviting us, here's a bottle of wine and blah blah blah. And then you take it, no, that's bad news. But when it's a BYOB and you're bringing a bottle of whiskey or whatever it is and then you take your whiskey home with you? No.
At a party.
I don't have any problem with that. No problem with that. I
But you're
don't.
going to someone else's home who's
Yes.
putting yourself.
I do it all the time. We bring our own. Yes, I don't have a problem
Okay.
with it.
He's faux pieing all the time.
All the
I
time.
don't do
I
it-
had no idea.
No, my friends.
Put it on my.
I'll bring the Grants. Tell her I'll bring the Grants. Tell her I'll bring
All
the
right,
Grants.
so
Enjoy your bottle at your house.
so Brenda, listen to this.
It's not a
This is the
cheap,
funny
I just-
part of it. So
I don't see it.
when I went to your party for the Super Bowl, right? I brought two things. I brought a bottle of what's called Grant's blended Scotch whiskey that was left in my freezer for quite a while from some guests in my house, and my Fireball that I like most, right? So people were drinking the Fireball quite frequently at the table, right? And when it was time to leave, I told my lady friend, I said, "Go." I don't think anyone's looked even at the Grant's blended Scotch whiskey.
They don't want that grand.
It was actually it was in the ice cooler, right? So I said, just grab it. And then she grabbed it. And on the way walking out, I just simply grabbed my bottle of Fireball. Like I didn't even think about it. I just grabbed it and walked to my car and we drove home. When I got home, I'm like, I can't believe I grabbed the Fireball that everybody was drinking. Everybody was drinking it.
Right.
I like, oh shit, I need to tell.
Right?
I need to,
It's kind of the point when you bring stuff to a party, and when the invitation says, bring, a little something to nosh on, and bring drinks, bring what you're drinking, because we're all sharing that,
That's true. truth, but you just gave me an out because I brought so much food.
There you go.
It gave me an out.
Right.
No.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe we need to. We're gonna, like they say in business, we're gonna put a pin in that, and we're gonna come back to it at
come
another
back to
time. Yeah, food does not equal liquor, and nobody gives a shit that you leave pasta salad, but they are definitely watching your ass walk off the Fireball. Just saying.
All right, so when I left, did anyone say, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Who said, what the fuck? Out them. We're on the radio.
Not telling, but it
Don't
was
say
one
it.
of our
Don't say a
guests
word.
on
He's gonna
email,
sleep
by
with
the
it.
way. And her exact words were, "What the fuck? Did he just walk off with a fireball?"
Oh, my God. So how did you not
And
know?
I said-
How did you not
and
know
you know
when I
what
was
I said?
Brenda, how did you not know the next morning when I was apologizing to you? Because you just said you
No
didn't know what I was...
idea.
How did
I
you not
really
know
didn't.
that's what I was referring to then?
I thought it was because your girlfriend got schwagged.
Well, that was
she
a...
got a little bit too,
That was...
too,
That may have been part of the reason for leaving, but
yes.
was it
There you go.
anyone that
You just said
was
that.
it because there wasn't many people there that I knew very well? Was it your
Right.
was it a blood relation that mentioned it?
No.
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 Oh
It
shit.
wasn't my daughter. It wasn't my daughter.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
There was a fair amount of people. Jason, just so you know, I throw the most outrageously fun front yard parties. We call them porch parties.
Right.
And it would be my pleasure to have you as a guest sometime.
Oh, well, thank you for
Are
the
you
invite.
sure?
Thank you.
Because he's going to take his
Okay.
bottle home.
No, because
I
right
didn't
now
say that.
he's thinking.
I'm just
he's
going to bring a
thinking,
smaller bottle.
At least
There you go.
beautiful.
Smart.
Just
But at
joking.
least I knew. At least I had some acknowledgement, some self-awareness that I was doing
Yeah,
something wrong.
You knew that you did something wrong.
No, but it was a
It
little
was your conscience.
right.
Your conscience stepped in and said, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?"
But
That's pretty
but
much it.
Offer
but
these.
my
Offer
co-host Jason believes it was not even close to a faux pas.
No, I don't. I believe.
Not
So,
no. What I'm giving so you already explained why it's not.
I mean, I'm sorry, my gut doesn't. I feel like I'm fairly sensitive to stuff like that, and it doesn't even blip. Not even a blip.
It's all. It's
Do you
all how
realize?
you
Do you
were
realize how many people you inadvertently offended over time? Then, Jason.
I don't think I go to that many. When I go to a lot of our parties with our friends, and we have family. We have friends with lots of people, so we have
Right.
large parties. When we do a BYOB, it is intended that you're taking your crap back with you when you leave.
yeah,
Okay.
It wasn't a bring your own bottle. It was bring a bottle. We're sharing. I mean, I had a big community cooler out there.
Okay,
Everybody
let me
brought
qualify.
food and liquor.
Let me qualify, and let's blame
This is
Richard.
so interesting, actually.
Let's blame Richard again because he
I
didn't
like it.
he
I
did
like
not
where you're
prop
headed.
he
I'm
did
going
not
with you.
he did not properly set up the story and explain that he was bringing a gift and that he stole your gift. He's an Indian giver.
Wow, Richard.
Really?
Is that what you're doing?
this
That's
just
why
got
he couldn't
soured
sleep.
so fast. Richard,
Because I love Jason. I understand what he means by I was an inadvertent Indian giver.
I don't think
That's
you
all.
knew
I don't think it was inadvertent.
No.
I think you knew what you
I
were
said
doing.
I'm going to screw Brenda over and all her guests. Fuck them. I want my booze.
Wait till she sees this. Yeah, You will pay. I mean,
So
it's
wait.
like
So this is the
anything.
next question. As a lawyer, next question is:
Go.
how soon after I was leaving did the complaint start rolling in?
You were not even off the driveway.
Who said something?
What a
20
shitty-
feet away from your car, still on my property.
Oh Jesus!
That shit was going
The
down.
next morning, I said, "I'm sorry, I took this shit and left," and you're like, "Oh, no one cared."
No,
She
I
was
wasn't
being
talking
nice,
about,
Richard.
I thought that you meant because you said I had to leave at halftime because my friend was schwacked, and I'm sorry.
No,
That's
in
what I
part,
thought. I was
in
trying to
part,
say
in
that.
part, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I missed that part. So then if that's the case, then I accept your apology and I double down. You owe me 2 bottles of Fireball.
Yep, there you go.
There you go.
I'm with
How
Brenda.
about that? Is that fair?
I'm on Brenda's side.
It's
here.
fair to me.
Now you've been swayed.
No,
No way.
I'm just
See,
agreeing
telling
with
you,
our
man,
guest.
I present a compelling compelling argument. You can't even argue with
No,
So
he's
compelled.
just following the path of least resistance. That's what he's doing.
Oh, is that?
No, it's not. No, it's not that at all. It's what's. I do believe that, and when we're in polite society, it's based upon what is intended. And in my world, when you come to my party and it's BYOB, I expect you're bringing your bottle home with you.
Right,
But
so
if
you're
I was being
bringing your
brought,
bottle.
but if I was going to a party, like I said, when I go to a place and I bring a bottle as a gift to the hostess, then hell no would I take that home with me.
Right. I guess part of the quandary is I would have had no problem taking the bottle that I took if it was after the game was over. And people had been leaving, and it was like maybe just me and you and a couple of friends over, and no one else is drinking. Right. I'm going to take
Right.
it. The party's over. Okay.
Right.
It was the timing issue.
You took it at the height of the hoopla.
Yes, I did. And
At the hoopla high.
yes, I did.
You heisted.
So this is my public apology, even though Jason thinks I didn't do anything wrong.
Well, I think
And-
I think it was an improper setup. That's all I'm going to
Jason,
say.
Wait, Jason, it is so rare to get an apology. I need you to step out for a minute. Let me
Okay,
have this minute.
you're
okay?
enjoy the
Wait,
moment.
wait. The window of me apologizing is over. I'm done. Bye.
Damn it. It was so good. I got a little teary. I'm not
Brenda,
gonna lie. I was
Brenda,
missing.
Brenda,
I'm
let me give you
missing.
some. Brenda, if I can give you some advice, tell him you want to bring
Yeah.
3 bottles of Fireball next time.
That is solid right there. I like the way you're thinking. I may
Yeah.
need to pull this
So-
off.
so-
I may
so-
need to do it.
Keep
Brenda
it up,
and I
Richard.
are,
Keep it up, Richard.
very long-term close friends, and somehow, some way, I'll make it up to not only to
I
her,
believe you will.
but to the guests that were there.
Oh, snap. That's a lot more Fireball. There was like 40 people here. It was a good time.
Ooh, that's
No,
5
I remember
bottles.
going to the Hard Rock lately and like buying everybody's booze. Remember that?
Hell yes.
Okay.
Birthdays are fun.
Okay, so I'm good for it at some point, right?
I know you are. Thank
Okay.
you, darling. I appreciate you.
All
hey,
right.
guys. Hey, where's Serge?
Chilling, doing the board. What up? Hanging.
Love you guys. I'm glad I could settle. Thank God I-
Yeah, somebody saved us.
Enjoy your night, guys. Bye, Richardo. Love you.
Good
All right, love you
night.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Boom.
Boom. So, Jason, you're wrong.
Yeah, all.
Oh, I think
that.
you set me up. I think it was a total setup.
What did I say that would actually change your mind?
That you gave a gift and then you took it back.
I didn't say it was a gift. I was invited to a party. It's simply a Super Bowl.
And you brought your
I brought
gift,
liquor.
and your gift to the party was the Fireball. And then you
All
took
right.
it back.
Let's set it back up. Richard, I'm inviting you to a Super Bowl party. Bring your own booze.
There you go. Bring it home.
Please bring a dish.
And
with
bring
you.
it home. Bring it home. Bring it home.
But I'm with Serge. Once that happens,
Nope.
and you bring it, it becomes the property of
Nope.
the event,
Nope. The
not
event,
yourself.
yes.
Nope.
Right?
Nope.
Yes.
Nope. It's all.
You
it's all,
relinquish the.
it's all
property right.
context. It's all context. It's all context.
I mean,
All right. So, under the exact same scenario, Jason,
Mm-hmm.
a friend of you calls you and says, "Hey, come to my front lawn. I'm putting a party on for the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be food and everything, but you got to bring your own dish and your booze."
I bring them both home when I leave.
I left a bunch of food there too. I mean, I brought
Yeah, well,
like
you
$60 worth of food.
There you go. That was dumb.
Um,
Then you should eat it.
but I want to have a big party. I'm contributing to a party,
Yeah.
right? Like, don't you get it? Right? Like, I don't get it. What's your problem, man?
I thought so now you're co-hosting a party at somebody's house.
No, I am among.
See, okay, let me
I'm
let me back
among
up
about
a
a
little bit. Okay,
dozen
no,
other
no,
people
okay.
bring a
No,
large
no.
buffet.
I think there's like several different ways to throw a party, and we throw a lot of parties, and you know
Yes,
that.
I
'cause
know
you've
you
been.
do.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Which
there's,
I'm rarely
there's
invited to.
several. Oh, cut the crap! Every year you get to come to at least a new baby's party.
But twice a year you're having a baby, though.
Yeah, well, no. There you go. And you
So
only
I'm
get two
still,
and a half.
I'm still slighted.
We have 32 babies. No. Okay, so it's like different. Like if I'm throwing a party, like I am having a party,
Yes.
come.
Yes.
I don't say to you, bring this, don't bring that. I mean, when you come to a party at my house, you come and I'm serving.
Yes.
If you walk through the door and you're like, Jason, it's such a great time. Thank you for having us here. And you hand me a bottle of Jim Beam apple.
That's giving it away.
Then you're giving me a gift. You better not take that home because I'm going to crack it over your skull as you walk out the door.
Right.
But if I say, we're hosting a party, and we do this sometimes for New Year's and for 4th of July, by the way. Oh, hold on. Let me set this up. We do this all the time between our friends where we have regular parties. Our 4th of July parties amongst our friends and our New Year's Eve parties amongst our friends are known as potluck BYOB. You bring your own beer, you bring your own drink, you bring your own whatever. And when you leave, you take your half-eaten bowl of potato salad with you and your leftover Jim Beam apple. Now, that's the difference. So if you come into my house and it's a gift to the party, you can't take it. If you come to my house and it's a potluck and you're bringing something to share, when you leave, you take what you brought to share.
Okay. So this is what I learned from your disclosure, is that
You have friends
when it
that-
comes to
yeah.
particularly your parties,
Mhm.
I can take it home. But I'm not doing it anywhere else. Are you, sir?
No, I'm leaving everything.
I'm leaving everything.
If it's not open, I'm taking it. As far as a bottle, if the bottle don't open, if I bring
That's what
well,
happened.
You bring a
here.
bottle of
That's
Grants.
what happened here, right? The
I'll take
Grants
that back.
didn't open.
I'll take that back. If I'm bringing one bottle and it's not open, it'll stay. If I bring two bottles, one is open and one that's not open, I'm taking.
That's
Okay.
what I did.
I don't disagree with that. But again, I think it has to do with the difference between if you're gifting it to the party
Yeah, that's
or
true.
if it's a BYOB. And in my mind, a BYOB is you bring yours, you drink yours, you take yours.
Yes, but it
if it was
becomes
known-
different when the community there is partaking of everyone else's alcohol. It becomes communal. That's what I think.
Especially if you leave halfway through.
Right,
the
I'm just
party.
saying, like, if
Well, I
someone
think that
brings
was
their
pretty- I think
bottle
the
and I'm
leaving ha-
drinking their bottle,
I
and
don't
I
think
bring
we-
my bottle,
I don't
they're
think-
drinking my bottle.
But see, I don't even think we have broached the subject of where the real rudeness came. The real rudeness came is when you left halfway through the party.
Yeah, that
That
was terrible.
was
How
the
dare
rude
you?
part.
How dare you?
Can I address that problem now?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Fuck you. All right. So the issue became the level of, like, are we going to stay for another, like, 2 hours when we're this intoxicated? Or do we want to decompress somewhere else?
Yeah,
Fair enough.
decompress. Is that what you're calling
Yes.
it now?
Yes. I call it exquisite decompressedness.
Y'all are whacked. I mean, you were so whacked.
Seriously, though. Are we going to be, like, dysfunctional members of a party at that point?
Not me.
Okay. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, if you choose to leave because you can't, like you're not going to make the party better or be part of the party, like
Just
be
say
active
you were
party.
horny and you wanted to leave
Shut
early.
up. No.
Why is it so hard to say that?
You lie?
Like, listen, we were ready to go. So we
You know, and by the way, there was some major misinformation when you tricked me into this conversation. First of all, you did not tell me you brought this horrible Grants with you, so I didn't know there had been 2 bottles. And second of all, I did not know that it was a standard when you go with this particular crew that this is what you do. There is a difference. Context matters.
Well, okay.
context
I
always
don't.
matters.
I haven't been invited to many of the.
I see why. I see
Yes,
why.
because
Shut
you leave
up.
early. Because he leaves
He
early.
leaves early and
And
brings
takes
And he
the
takes
shit.
his
And
fireball
takes my
with
shit
him.
with me when I'm done. That's
not
the whole
bringing
point. I'm
Richard-
bringing this up because I've never done this before. You
can take this.
fuckers.
Richard can come
You
as long as he
little
doesn't.
fuckers.
Richard can come as long as he
Okay,
doesn't bring
listen.
the fireball.
for real.
That's the new reputation I started, which I don't want to have.
Why are you reveling in it? You should. No one
I don't
even
want
knew.
to. I'm not reveling.
She
in
didn't
it.
even know you left with the fireball, and you just created a new
Yeah.
reason
No,
for her not
now
to
you
invite
owe
you.
her 2 bottles.
No, I didn't do
3
that
bottles.
because I
It's
asked
3
her.
bottles.
I said, "How soon did anyone realize I did what I did?" And she said, "Before he even left the driveway." That was the response, right?
Yep.
So that was like within 5 feet of me grabbing the bottle.
Like, look at this fool. That means it actually happened before you left. They're like, is this fool really taking
Yeah,
his
look,
bottle?
as soon as I grabbed the bottle,
Is he
everyone
taking
was-
his bottle? Where's he
Is
going?
right, exactly. That's
They're
what
going
I
in
mean.
the car? They're leaving?
Yeah,
They were just here. The game just started.
yes. Yes, I feel bad about it. That's the only reason why I'm bringing the moral dilemma question
Well, the
up.
context kind of got shifted for me because I thought there was a reason why no one even realized you took it.
No,
with
you're
you.
just trying to excuse your initial response.
No, again, I say context matters, and You got some whacked out friends.
No, I screwed up. I felt
you
bad. No, that's the way I brought it up. I've never done it in many. I told you, I had said hundreds of parties. I've never done it before. I told you this as part of the.
I would never.
Right, hundreds of parties. I've never done that. Hundreds.
I am not walking
And
into a party with a $30 or $40 bottle of liquor that I'm just leaving. I need to throw more parties.
What I'm saying is your initial reaction was you didn't do anything wrong, and I went.
No,
my
I didn't.
reaction
Because you
was,
said it was BYOB.
It was.
No, that's not BYOB.
Yes, it was.
No, it was a gift.
No. She said bring your own booze.
That's
But
BYOB.
she considers once you bring it to the party and everyone begins drinking it. This is the subtle difference. You can bring
I know
your
who
own
could
booze.
solve this problem
if you
for me,
bring
but
your
I'm not
six
gonna-
pack
I'm not
and you're the
gonna
one
ask her
drinking
to.
your six pack, that
Look,
is bring your own booze.
I
if
know
you
who
bring
could
a
sol-
big bottle and everyone's participating, it doesn't become bring your own booze. It's bring your booze to the party, right?
I know one person.
Serge, help me out. Right? Right?
I tapped out of this.
Tapped
I
out.
tapped out. We spent 40 minutes
I know,
talking
too
about
long.
this.
We went 10 minutes way
This
over.
is amazing.
Right.
This is amazing.
I'm going to talk to my wife when I get home about this, and if I'll let you know what the,
You don't know,
the correct answer.
Because whatever her answer is,
It's
Is the
correct
right
is
answer.
the correct answer. Right?
That's right.
That's how that goes. Smart.
She's Miss Manners.
All right. Is there anything else we need to mention? Oh, I wanted to mention something.
We didn't even talk about the Bucks.
I know the
The
Bucks
Bucks.
won the Super Bowl, by the way.
That was a
No,
great
he did.
game.
He talked about
Did he?
leaving at halftime.
Oh, leaving at halftime.
Yeah.
Well, the game was over by then.
Yeah, because
20
you know how often does
I
the
remember it
home
was
team play in the same
21
city?
six.
I do
at
remember it was
half.
21-6.
You gonna leave it? At
I do
halftime.
remember that. Yes.
He doesn't care about Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No,
No.
he's a fraud.
on.
Bandwagon
Use it as
fraud.
You're talking about why?
You're a Giants fan. I remember.
No. Well,
Yeah,
Yes.
if the Bucks were playing the Giants, it'd still be the Bucks. But I
Okay.
like the Giants.
that's terrible.
What
If
do you
it's the
mean?
Browns
If
playing the
Bucks are
Bucks,
playing
Browns all day.
That's not terrible.
Yes, it is. It's
No,
awful.
no, then I'm being terrible.
It's called loyal. Yeah, yeah. Well, you've already proven that with this episode.
No.
This
all
is
right,
like-
all right. This is a great lead-in for another episode. This is seriously. This bothers the fuck out of me. Okay, how long have you been living in Tampa?
Since 2000, so 20 something years.
Okay,
years.
20. All right,
Almost.
and
20.
you're a Bucks fan, if not for the Browns.
Yeah, they're my
Okay.
secondary team.
The Bucks are.
Yeah,
So, at what point does your new home
Become your home.
the home?
you don't.
Why?
I don't know.
All right, so I'm gonna explain something to our public or
Audience.
audience. Okay.
If we even have.
So I used to have season
Yeah,
tickets
there's
to the
nobody.
Lightning, and this is really personal to me, actually. Okay, so I had season tickets to the Lightning, and I would go every game, as many games as I could, not every game, but as many games as I could of the 40 that I had. Right, 41 tickets, and I had the same seats, obviously, season ticket, and I got to know the people around me. And they would wear the Lightning jerseys with me almost every game. And then maybe Detroit was coming into town. And suddenly we see the people that were next to me who
Wearing
wear Lightning
Detroit
jerseys
now.
all year long are wearing their
We had
Detroit
8
jerseys
comments.
and rooting
Yeah.
for Detroit.
that's fine.
No, it's not fine.
Yeah, it is.
It's not fine. I get so pissed at that.
You should.
Why?
Because that's just the secondary.
All right. So
Tampa is their secondary team.
there is the
Look at this.
capitalistic view. You're spending your money. You get to choose who you want to root for when you
Yeah.
want to root for them. Right? That's the capitalistic view.
Absolutely.
The sports fan view is you're in the home of your home team.
Yeah.
Who all year long you're wearing a different jersey.
Yeah.
And then you fucking hate your home team like 3 times a year.
That's how it goes.
No.
It's called loyalty. They're not going to wear a
All right,
Detroit.
so the reason
why
why I
would
get-
they wear a Detroit
'Cause
Red Wings jersey if Tampa is playing San Jose?
They wouldn't unless they're playing
Exactly.
Detroit. But my point is, you're there every game to
Yeah,
root for
and
your
you're
team.
rooting for Tampa
And
Bay.
then one day you decide I'm going to root against my team.
I'm
Then you're
playing-
not really
yeah,
a homer.
'cause they're playing
then you're
my
not really a
team.
fan. Then you're not really a fan.
That's so be it. so be it.
But that's how you are. That's why you're sympathetic to those
No.
motherfuckers.
I just,
My God.
I understand.
I used to get
I
so
like-
pissed. Pissed.
In my situation, we don't have a hockey team, so I would like the Lightning. If we had
Right.
Cleveland,
Would like.
Lumberjacks.
You had the Cleveland Barons at one point.
We had the Lumberjacks,
The Lumberjacks.
but they were like IHL.
No, that
All right,
doesn't
but
count.
oh my God.
Just like
So
if Tampa Bay Buccaneers they were in the Super Bowl, I was rooting for them.
right, and if they played the Browns,
Yeah.
you'd root
But
for
if
the
they
Browns.
played the Browns,
I got it.
Browns all day.
I understand what you're saying. Okay. But if you win Bucks Stadium having Bucks tickets year long, and suddenly on the one game that the Browns are coming in, you're wearing a Browns jersey,
Yep.
you wouldn't
Nope.
think you were doing anything wrong.
Not at all.
Yeah, see?
They're not in the same
That's what-
division. They're not in the same conference.
And it's the
Well,
same
do
reason
you-
why.
do
That's
you
the same
agree
reason
with
why.
me or agree
that's
with him on
it's
this
the same
issue?
reason why we take my bottle of
I'm out.
Fireball with me and go.
Now, just to remind our audience,
That is crap.
Jason gave this a 1.2
Ugh, that was awful. That
Grant.
was terrible. Put it right. No.
and gave
I
a,
gave the
this.
smell.
gave
a
a
five.
5.2.
Look here, just smell. Just smell.
Don't do that to them. Don't do that to them. Don't do that to them.
Gave a 5.2 to Jim Beam Apple.
Yeah.
There is.
And to remind the audience,
I think
I
turpentine.
Jim Beam Apple an 8. You gave it what? A 7.6?
That hurts.
Yeah, I gave the gym.
No, you gave it an 8 too.
I gave the gym.
You gave it an
a
8
high.
too.
Yeah, the gym.
You
was
gave
high.
it a
5.5.
5.2. A 5.5.
5.5, 1.2. Stop billing.
Okay. So,
This, 5.5. Smell it. Here, I'm supposed to the audience smell it.
Let him smell it. Smells a lot better, right? Yeah. Amazing.
Something about that.
all right. So, in closing,
It smells like no. Hold on. It smells like something can't. Hold on.
we are narcissistic commune.
And an narcissistic commune. Yeah, this smells like apple candy or something.
Yeah.
But you don't like flavors in general because you're more of a traditional guy. That's what it boils
I
down
do
to. You're a
like flavors,
traditional
and
guy.
I do like Fireball, and I think should I bring in Jim Beam Fire next week?
That's okay. I like Fireball.
Hmm.
All right. So here's the thing about Fireball versus Jim Beam Fire.
Yeah.
Fireball, I will do neat right out of the bottle or straight out of the bottle, and enjoy the hell out of it.
With a straw.
But if I'm going to do it on the rocks, I strongly prefer Jackpot.
Jack Fire.
Absolutely,
That's a nice drink right there.
it's a nice drink.
Yeah.
and I like slow sipping it over. It's cool, and
Yes,
I
yeah.
like it. It's not
So-
a shoddy drink as Fireball is.
I kind of have a similar theory when it's like my beer. Like if it's hot and we're just having like a fun party type thing and you're just knocking them back, I want like Budweiser or something lager, light, drinkable, bubbly. But if it's like wintertime and you're chilling and you're just hanging out and really not slamming them, you're just kind of just I like a nice dark, heavy.
Do you like
sipping
stouts?
beer. I do like a stout. I do. But like I don't come in for mowing the yard and
No.
Jones for a stout.
No,
That's when you grab the Natty Light
Giving-
and you
gi-
just
gi-
chug the Natty Light.
giving the audience way too much information.
I do mow the
But when it
yard.
comes to beer, no, for me,
Oh,
when it comes
okay.
to beer,
I do.
oh, I was leading. No, not you were giving
Sorry.
too much information. When it
let's
comes
not talk
to
about me. Let's talk about you.
When it comes to beer, if I drink beer, it bloats me. So I can't drink too much beer. So if I'm going to choose a beer, like I'm going to have a beer for an evening,
It bloats you.
for lack of a better phrase,
I think you need to turn in.
for those who have been bloated, where does the bloatness go?
I think you go turn in the testicles over there, and they give you your free ovaries.
I'm just telling you how it reacts to my body. Everybody's different.
Oh my God, he's just not making this easier, is it?
No.
Come on, it's
But there are
churning
people who
over
get
there.
me.
It's churning. Oh my God. Here, you need a man's ear now.
Yeah. That's why I prefer liquor
The
than
bro
beer,
or-
because it reacts to me differently. That's all. Just telling. I'm speaking for millions of people who are listening to the show right now.
Millions of audience.
But my point is
Your point is
nonsensical. Good night. right.
I know you're.
All right. I'm Richard Myers of the Myers Firm, PA.
Jason Ricardo of Ricardo and Waslick.
My practice is largely devoted to employment discrimination, but more lately devoted to representing victims of a difficult divorce when they think that the spouse is mentally ill or has some significant problems that you have to deal with regarding custody. If you got a really difficult custody issue, come to the firm of the Myers Firm. You can find me at the MyersFirm.com, and it's MEYERS at all times. Facebook, there's the Myers Firm PA page. Jason.
Ricardo and Waslick, we handle debt collection protection and foreclosure defense. If you're being hounded by debt collection efforts, especially if you're being sued by junk debt buyers like Midland, Portfolio, Cavalry, LVNV.
He's outing.
Do it.
Oh, yeah, name the enemy, brother.
Shoot shots.
Call us because I can guarantee you that we'll get your debt down to zero.
All right, so there was short story. Long time ago, I was representing a tenant that was misled into a lease because they didn't realize that the property was in foreclosure when she became a tenant.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
right.
And the judge began a hearing, and said, so which criminal enterprise is representing the bank?
Ooh.
That's how the judge started the hearing.
What county were you in?
Pasco.
Really?
Yes.
I do know what judge you're talking about.
Okay.
I do know.
Okay.
She's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love her.
Yes. And knew right away.
Yeah.
Knew right away.
Yeah.
With
That's it.
where the equities.
We had
lied.
we
Yes.
had some good luck in front of that judge.
Yes,
She was
okay.
fantastic. Yeah. Solid,
All right.
too.
Till next
Solid.
week. Look for us on Facebook Live, Full Hair Radio. We're out.
We're out. Good week.
I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it, cause you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world now, the planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need to change. They gave us tiny screens, we think we free cause we can't see the cage. They knew the race war would be the game they need to play. For people to big teams, they use the media to feed the flame. They so fake